So this amazing consideration of the Holy Spirit could obviously just grow into infinity easily here, and we could just go forever with it. But let's just move through a few points as food for thought for the day, and welcome to this jolt in the morning. It's another characterization of the Holy Spirit's work in us in Romans 8 is described in the first 4 verses and also verses 14 through 17. It is about it speaks about the Spirit of God expressing his power inside the believer, working according to God's thoughts in us. Okay, so it is His power, expressing His power, working in us according to God's will, according to God's wisdom. Not our plan, not our programs, not our ideas, not what we think should happen, but the Holy Spirit expresses power in areas as He feels it most significant. I would feel that maybe I should shed this character trait or obtain that character trait, but the Holy Spirit is working according to God's wisdom and His mind, His thought, and He's expressing power within us according to that thought, not according to ours. So this is amazing. He expresses power, not just through gifts, okay, not just through ministry, but working in you, in me. Okay, the Holy Spirit is working in us, and let me just give you a few examples. I'm not going to read them, but so in verse 2. We see that the Spirit, as a new law in us, sets us free from the law of sin and death, which means that we do not now have to do the sin we do not have to obey sin every time, leading to death, reaping death in our lives. This is a work in the Holy Spirit in us. Okay, I would think I would need the Holy Spirit to work in me to become, I don't know, president of the universe, or something like that. But the Holy Spirit knows that there is something more significant in our lives, and that is that the absolute power of sin would be broken over us, and the Holy Spirit does do that in us in verse 2. Also in verse 4, the Holy Spirit, makes the requirements of the law accomplished without an effort pointed towards. Okay, so let me explain it this way. So someone under the Old Testament law and without the Holy Spirit indwelling them would look at the law and say, okay, I'm going to try to do the law. I'm going to do this regulation, do this regulation, do this regulation, avoid that, avoid that, avoid that, avoid that. Okay, I will go to the celebrations, the feasts every time when I have to, so on and so forth. Okay, so that's their life, and they're trying to live up to that. New Testament believer is not so keen, not interested in the Old Testament law. Okay, not because those things may not be healthy. Maybe they are healthy, maybe they are necessary. But the point is that the Holy Spirit, when we just aim at walking in the Holy Spirit, and we are walking in the Holy Spirit, when we are walking in the Holy Spirit, we are fulfilling the requirements of the law without actually being concerned about them. This is the work of the Holy Spirit in us, okay? This is a beautiful thing. You follow the Holy Spirit, you walk in the Holy Spirit, you live in the Holy Spirit, and then as an easy result, you just fulfill the requirements of the law. You live up to it. You love your mother and your father. You respect authority over in your life. You do not try to take someone else's wife or husband. Because why? Because the regulations? No, but because I am heeding the person of the Holy Spirit within me who is working, and He is doing this in us. So this is beautiful. The Holy Spirit in Romans 8, one way to characterize Him is that His work is that He's expressing His power inside every believer, you and me and every believer, working according to God's perfect thought and perfect will within us. So that's maybe not what we would like, but it is what we need the most, because it will build our lives over time without question. So just some food for thought for the day, and God bless the day for you.